All right, how's everybody doing today? So I'm going to do a series upgrading my Ender 3. One of the things that I'm going to do to it first is convert the firmware over to Klipper. So what I'm going to do is show you how to image a Raspberry Pi SD card for Klipper. So I've inserted my SD card into my computer. That is all completed. I've downloaded the file, and I will put a link to the file where you can download the installer from the Raspberry Pi website. I'm using the standard Raspberry Pi imager. Honestly, I know you can use others, but this just straightforward works out of the box without any issues. So I've executed the file. It's asking me to install it in English. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is coming up and saying a previous Raspberry Pi installation was detected. It's because I already have the imager, but I'm installing the newest version. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it yes to proceed. And there it goes. It starts running. We get to the window for the setup wizard. And I mean, it's really as simple as just hitting next. Agree to accept the agreement. Read through it if you want. That's up to you. Move forward at your own risk. Next. I leave the default path. You can change it if you want. Hit next. I'm old school. I still like the desktop shortcuts, so I'm going to click the box and hit next. And it's going to go through its installation. This is really quick and simple. All right. Now I'm going to tell it to go ahead and launch Raspberry Pi Imager. And it has run. Now this is a whole new UI on this, so I'm glad I updated this to the newest version. So if these steps ever change, please put a comment in the notes in the video, and I'll make a new updated and link it from this video. So I am imaging a Raspberry Pi 4. I'm going to hit next. Operating system. So what I'm looking for is other specific purpose OS. You'll notice it says 3D printing here. So go ahead and click on that. Then I'm going to look for 3D printing. And I'm going to do mainsail. It's just my preferred. I know there's also Octopi and other ones. So select the one option that we have for mainsail. Hit next. Storage. I have 128 gig card in there. It's recognized 119.4. So hit next. Enter my host name. So Ddub 3. All right. Capital city. I live in the United States. This is under America. Up under USA. No. Where's it at? I will move this out of here. Capital city. Hold on. Capital city is Washington. Right. Stupid. Keyboard layout. I'm actually New York, Chicago, or America, Chicago. There. Yes. Keyboard layout. Next. Username. Then I will put in a password. Next. So we'll blur up my. I'm sure if that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enable SSH and tell it to use password authentication next. And then I'm gonna hit right. And I understand, erase and write. Do that at your own risk. Make sure you don't care about what's on there. And away it goes. This will take a few minutes while it's doing it, and it'll prompt you when it's done. All right, we've gotten to the end. I'm going to go ahead and click on finish. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and remove the SD card. I'm going to go put it in the Raspberry Pi and plug that in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that to boot up. So I'm going to open a PowerShell, or if you're on Mac or Linux, you would open a terminal window. And I'm just going to run a regular old ping to Ddub enter 3. And I'm going to throw the -T on there, so it just keeps going until we see it come up. So we'll see, and it's going to have to register with the router, so it will not come up at all until it's registered with the router. So make sure your DNS is pointed to your router for this, and not straight out to like Google 8888 or 4221, anything like that. I always try to point to my router, and I control my DNS from the router. There we go. We are officially up and running. It is now responding to us. So let's go ahead and